4 different categories, 4 independent chassis partners, sealed engines, equal equipment, and equal opportunities. Guaranteed spectacular races and true sportsmanship. The 12th edition of the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals has become the biggest kart racing series in the world. Growing from a spectacular number of 252 drivers at La Conca last year to an even more incredible number of 265 this year.
How many people and how much hard work does it take to make this happen?
I think they are working more than 100 people to make this possible. So we do everything, all effort necessary to give maximum exposure to all the drivers who deserve to be here.
The 12th Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals took place from November the 19th to November the 26th, 2011 at the Al Ain Raceway in Al Ain in the United Arab Emirates.
We have the Formula 1 round now in Yas Marina, and we have another good car circuit in Dubai, and we have this nice facility. It's a good start for young drivers to start their career from karting and then just progress all the way up.
To qualify for this race, drivers must prove that they are the best in their home countries throughout a series of races.
I finished first in the US Nationals.
Canadian Nationals, Rotax Max Challenge in Ecuador.
Asia Max Challenge.
Just to get an invitation to the Grand Finals.
It's a great experience, you know, coming all the way out here to Dubai and the UAE. It's really special.
It's a status, I think. You're racing all the year to get a ticket, and I think it's the best of the best.
Okay, and can you tell us, are you racing for yourself, for individual glory, or for your team?
Individual.
It's the worldwide pull. There's so many drivers that we see just once a year, families that we see just once a year from far distant places.
I'm quite impressed by the quality and the professionalism of the event. I mean, it's actually, we're right there, you know, in the upper racing levels of this world, and it's quite impressive.
A recent proof of how competitive the Max Challenge has become is that Kevin Curious is now doing test drives for Formula 1 with Renault. In 2007, Kevin won the Junior World Championships at the Grand Finals, at the same exact place the finals were held this year.
Checkered flag, Kevin Curious!
You deserve to be the world champion. Well done, Kevin.
Okay, thank you.
The drivers came from 57 different countries and were more than eager to compete with the best in the world. The 265 drivers and their families, mechanics and friends arrived safely and turned the Al Ain Desert into a very lively place.
So it's close racing, and I think this is the very special what you can find here. And if you go out in the tents, the atmosphere in the tents, this is really something special. It's the Rotax family.
Why is it so special to be here at the Worlds?
It's a privilege because he's driving also in the Dutch Rotax Max Challenge, and then when you're coming here to the World Finals, it's really the creme de la creme.
The United Arab Emirates is a federation of 7 emirates on the eastern side of the Arabian Peninsula, at the entrance to the Persian Gulf. Each emirate has its own sheikh. It's a country rich in history and culture, as well as being modern and dynamic. For most Western tourists, the UAE offers an extremely familiar environment. The malls are extraordinarily modern, filled with virtually any product available in the West. The less well-known side of the UAE includes remote, magnificent desert dunes on the edge of the empty quarter and craggy, awe-inspiring wadis in the northeast bordering Oman. Dubai is one of the 7 emirates that make up the United Arab Emirates. It is rather like an independent city-state and is the most modern and progressive emirate in the UAE. It's cosmopolitan and forward-thinking. To bring all required racing components to Al Ain was a logistical challenge. But the goal of supplying 265 high-class Rotax race engines was accomplished through the planning and effort of a fully motivated team.
competing tomorrow?
Behind me, the junior category in their Birrell chassis, making their way, picking up their go-karts, picking up their toolboxes, making their way back to the tents for the assembling of the go-karts.
This year's new addition to the chassis manufacturers lineup is Birrell, the exclusive partner for the juniors category.
It's the first time that we support the grand final Rotax with our chassis. It was a great opportunity for us. We produce around 4,500, 5,000 chassis per year.
We have the Haze kart, which is the Masters chassis category.
The facilities are superb. There's everything what you may need and even more.
We have the CIG, which is DD2.
It's a really good chance for the drivers. All the organization is something really awesome that only Rotax offers.
And over beyond that, we have the Sodu kart, which is the senior category.
For Sodicart, this event is the best event for go-kart in the world, and it's a very nice track, very professional.
The first event this year was the welcoming party, where all drivers and crews were invited to the Align Hilton Hotel. Everybody had a great time, and many got in touch with people they hadn't seen for a long time. As expected, the Mojo tyre changing competition was a big hit. Mojo tyres are used in Rotax Max Challenge races all over the world. The requirements in terms of quality and equality are very high. The El Ain Raceway circuit is the only CIK International Grade B circuit in the Middle East. The track's surface is billiard table smooth, with rumble strips running around the majority of the circuit, where you must be careful running wide, as it tends to pull the cart onto the strips even further.
Across the circuit, I think if people are going to put two wheels even off, it might hurt them for the corner. But if you get pushed out wide and hung out to dry by a couple of drivers, yeah, that could really compromise your lap completely.
The Grand Finals 2011. Bigger does not necessarily mean better, but in this case, it was bigger and it was better.
He wants to take his revenge. That's why. He's motivated.
We really love this race.
In terms of watching some really, really good action, this is the one to be at.
The logistical challenge of bringing all the equipment to Align Raceway at the right time took many months of preparation for the Rotax team, but it was definitely worth it.
I'm very proud to work again with Align Raceway, because these people really did a great job in 2007, and they did an even better one this time. It's the max challenge for the organization also, 265, when you know that it was 68 a couple of years ago.
After the early pre-finals, there was a break in the action for the parade of the drivers. This is always a popular event, as all drivers appear in their country's uniforms carrying their flags. Once everyone is lined up, the track is lit up with flashbulbs and a buzz with cheers from the crowd. The biggest team this year was Team Canada, which assembled more than 20 drivers from all over Canada. After the drivers' parade concluded, the finals were set to take place.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
In the juniors' final heat, pole sitter Makino Tadasuki was unlucky going into turn 1. He ended up in an accident with his chassis bent, so he couldn't continue. Ukio Sasahara, already a big name in kart racing despite his young age, made his way safely through the very tricky first corner. Completing the first lap as leader of the race, Ukio never showed a sign of weakness and took a start-to-finish win for another perfect race in an already perfect season.
Very, very happy. In the last time, I also very happy, but this time is especially happy.
The mastery of this year's Euro Challenge winners continued in the Max Senior category. Englishman Ben Cooper, who took this year's Senior Championship in the last round in Angerville, showed his outstanding talent in the Al Ain Raceway's dry conditions.
There's a lot of pressure on me. I don't think it's going to be too easy.
After a relatively incident-free start, Ben Cooper managed to get in front and extended his lead throughout the race.
Ben, best in the world, how does it feel?
Yeah, good for the second time round. It was a really good race. It was tougher than the first time I won it. They was pushing all the way through, and I only had about a second gap, so it's a good win and I'm relieved now.
The fastest, most exciting class in the Rotax Max Challenge is the DD2 category. This rather different approach to karting, since most of the races are run either in single speed or classic 6-speed shifter categories, the DD2 with its direct drive and 2-speed shifting paddles manages to draw more and more attention. Pierre-Luc Ouellet, a well-known name in the Rotax Max Challenge, was the fastest DD2 racer in the world. Pierre-Luc was followed by Australian Jason Pringle and Estonian Georg Van.
For sure, this one was the toughest race that I've did ever, so I'm very proud of what we did. We worked hard the whole year and the whole weekend, and till the last lap it was not done, so I'm pretty proud of it.
Original third place, Jari Huhtinen, received a 10 seconds penalty for an incident involving Nicholas Latifi, a rather unfortunate end to a great race for both. DD2 Masters final heat. This year, one man dominated every heat from free practice until the final race on Saturday.
The car's good, so hopefully have a good final.
Cristiano Morgado from South Africa took the expected win after his week-long mastering. The only thing that could have stopped him would have been a technical failure, which is not very likely in Rotax Max racing.
Really happy. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It was just a good race. Got a break and then just kept it, you know. So just thank you to all the team, my dad especially for working so hard and always supporting me. So, and to all the South Africans for the support as well.
Despite the serious racing action, everybody had a great time, not only at the Allein Raceway, but also at the various parties that came along with the event. So many people from countries all over the world come together to celebrate the Rotax Max Challenge. What is happening at the track also fosters a community of people who all have the same goal: participating at the Grand Finals. After spending an entire race week along your competitors, mechanics and supporters in a big tent, the Rotax spirit was strong. Finally, BRP Powertrain wants to thank everybody involved in the Rotax Max Challenge racing throughout the world. From drivers, mechanics, organisers, distributors, to family, sponsors, friends and all other supporters. This is the reason why the Rotax Max Challenge has become such a success. We wish you all the best for the upcoming season in 2012.
I will have the pleasure to announce that the next one's finals will be in Portugal.
See you in Portugal at the 2012 Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals.